So basically, just remove the 7 screws that hold the back plate on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then the 7th one is right there. Remove your SIM card, your SD storage, and your battery. Once you got all those out, go ahead and take like a guitar pick, a spudger, something plastic, an old credit card, and start removing the back plate. I started down here at the bottom corner. Actually, I started on the volume key side because that power, I didn't know how sensitive the ribbon holding the power button on was. But once you get that loosened up, it seems kind of sketchy at first, but just keep going and you'll eventually get it off. But if you do it right, you shouldn't fuck anything up. Next, once you open the thing up, you'll see here that the hole for the front-facing camera is going to be right there above your old camera. I went ahead and followed the suggestion in the thread and got some Goo Gone, some Q-tips, and you don't want a whole lot in there because it is paint thinner. But like the guy said in the thread, just go ahead and get it in there, rub it around.
Get it in there, rub it around.
That's what's up. You don't want a whole lot on that Q-tip because the warning on the label does say that it is incompatible with some plastics. I don't know which plastics they're talking about, but I also, if you tear the cotton off the Q-tip, make sure you're using like a cotton all paper one. You can get down in there a little bit further, all the way actually down into the hole. Kind of shaky because I haven't had anything to drink today, but you'll see, you get the point. It takes a little while to get that paint off of there, and then once you get the paint off, I mean, this is my first time doing this too. I'm going to see how hard it is to scrape with the screwdriver. So it looks like that paint's actually scraping off of there pretty easy with just minimal pressure, just basically the weight of the screwdriver on the actual glass itself is taking it off. And then once you get some of that peeled up, I imagine you can just get that Q-tip back on there and pull it out with the Q-tip. Make sure you don't get any of this shit on your hands and then touch the face of your phone or the chrome or anything, because I'm sure it will fuck it up. It's got xylene and some other crazy shit in there that is not good. And you can actually see where it's starting to remove the paint around the hole. See right there where it's starting to turn white. It wasn't like that before.
The paint removal is actually taking a little longer than we thought, but you just have to work at it.
I can see light through there, but not much. Basically, after you Q-tip it and fucking scrape it with the little, like, I don't even know what that is, like a 00 flathead screwdriver.
Scrape it lightly. Be careful not to scrape the
glass. Yeah, you'll get something like that. Don't mind the screen protector. That hole is fucking nice. And I'm gonna go ahead and put the new camera in here in just a second. Oh, another thing that you might notice whenever you're pulling off this trim is it'll move that chrome edge, so you can see that chrome edge is out of the way a little bit. You just press it back in and it'll go right back where it's supposed to go. So let me go ahead and pop that old camera off of there. I'm not going to remove the rest of this shit. Some people are saying you need to remove it, but it looks to me like you should be able to just pop it off like that right there, and then remove. So now we've got the old camera out. These are the new cameras. Me and Chris, or me and my buddy, got 2 of them. So we
Chris is the man with the camera, by the way.
Oh yeah, Chris is the fucking. This is actually taken on a Samsung whatever the fuck this phone's called.
Vibrant.
Oh yeah, the Vibrant, that's right. Not the G2.
Wash your hands before you do this.
Oh yeah, that's a good idea. Wash your hands. Okay, so there's, god damn, a shaky motherfucker. There's your camera. And I'm just gonna see how well it's gonna work just placing it in there. Oh, okay. Looks like everything just kind of pops down into place. Oh, am I so shaky today?
You need a whiskey.
A whiskey sour?
No, just whiskey.
Alright, so there it's in. New camera's in. There's your hole. I imagine it's going to darken up quite a bit once we actually get the backplate back on there. So backplate going on is pretty simple. I was saying some of this chrome trim.
Alright, make sure your chrome's back in place, the chrome trim. There's
one last thing is you got to remove this little plastic protective covering.
Sticky cover.
Over the top of this camera. Just quite sticky. And then go ahead and put your backplate on because now your camera's exposed to the elements. Okay. Careful for the power button. Obviously more careful than I was.
Alright.
John? Alright, so basically, yeah, just watch out for that ribbon right there. The power button attaches to the housing, and it will come off. It's just attached with a little knob that goes through a fucking plastic hole, so. And then just check your trim, make sure everything looks kosher as far as that goes. And then you can go ahead and start throwing your shit back in there.
Get the Boinix 1.6 with FFC support and you're set.
I don't know why we let the shaky motherfucker do this.
Hey, I'm shaky too.